Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's good.
Was good. Was good.
Shout out to the YouTube world.
Yes.
Everybody.
Back. I told y'all we coming back.
I think this is a historic time in history. This is almost not on the level of OJ, but this is a big moment in history. What you're gonna see tomorrow?
Oh, he said on the level of OJ.
What you're gonna see tomorrow is gonna be a huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a It's gonna be really, really big. I think a lot of people are not. What you're gonna see happen to decide either. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Regardless of what happens, right? Regardless of what happens, people are not gonna be happy either way. Let me just say that. Mm-hmm. If the man goes free tomorrow, nobody's gonna be happy. I mean, not nobody. Half of people are gonna be happy. If he get convicted, half the people ain't gonna be happy. So either way it goes, it's gonna be historic because we listen. I'm gonna say this.
Gail was good.
I'm gonna just say this. This man that we talking about is one of the most influential people in music in history. Mm-hmm. He definitely top 10. He the Quincy Jones of our time. Right. This man, this individual. So we're not talking about just, we ain't just talking about anybody. Just some random guy. This guy is just great when it comes to the music and entertainment history. He is probably the second most, maybe the third, outside of Tupac, visible hip-hop artist, person that come out of hip-hop. I think it's Tupac, Snoop, him. I'm talking about what white people know. Mm-hmm. Commercialized. This dude is extremely. What's up, Shannon?
Shannon, yeah.
Good. I ain't seen you in a minute, Shannon.
Uh-huh.
Salute, Shannon. This man is it's great in music. His personal life is another thing. Mm-hmm. So I say that to say, what's up, Sierra?
Sierra.
Don't he actually got the right for like his own life and what he do with his own life?
Yeah, I think
don't he got the right for that to be able to live his own life regardless of what he did on a musical perspective. I feel like he got the right to live his own life, and I just think that he got dealt with a woman that didn't know as much as he did.
Okay, let's get into this. Okay,
because when he was with,
go ahead, John.
When he was with Kim, this stuff wasn't like this. She was a stronger woman. I don't think that she is. I don't think Cassie is as strong as he is.
Okay,
she is.
Let's get into this. Okay, go ahead. John.
So P. Diddy has
hold that point, Will.
Yeah, P. Diddy has been okay. So the first 2, 3, 4 5 counts. Mm-hmm. The jury decided. Now the first count, which is racketeering, the jury is hung on it.
That's the most serious charge.
This is the most serious charge where this is going to determine P. Diddy is going to serve life in prison or not. Mm-hmm. So this is with the defense did not focus nothing on they don't care about the the 15-year charge because counts 2 through 5 is carried like 15 years. And they got Trump's pardon. Even Trump said himself he's considering pardoning the rest of Diddy case.
Because he said if he sees something that's not
right,
he gonna intervene.
Right.
So they got that in their back pocket.
Right. So P. Diddy got the top lawyers in America. He spent millions of dollars, hundreds of millions. Millions of dollars on lawyers. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing, is to get P. Diddy, the jury hung. So I don't know how to federal work with the
So
if a jury is hung.
I think
okay.
think the jury has to be unanimous.
They got to be
each count
on each count. Okay.
because it could be a hung. The judge could declare a mistrial.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a verdict. Now he can keep going and back, but it's tricky. This is really tricky. What's going on? I think a lot of people. Let's just say he guilty. Mm-hmm. They found him guilty on the smaller charge, not the conspiracy. Because I don't think the government proved conspiracy like they should have. Mm-hmm. I think they brought a lot of people on this kid cutting and all that stuff. There's just no point to doing that.
They threw them charges out.
Yeah, see, they wasted time with stuff. It confused people. Mm-hmm. So they was trying to overdo it. And I think, let's say you get the lesser charge like you were saying. That's where the pardon comes in. Because what's going to happen in this case, and regardless of whether people want to say something about him personally or not, it's going to be half of the people that's saying, hey, yeah, he beat up Cassie, but he shouldn't be charged with a RICO. Mm-hmm. Then it's going to be some people say, it's going to be half. So whenever it's half like that, it's controversy. So either way, if he walk, people are going to be mad. Mm-hmm. If he get convicted, people are going to be mad. So that's going to go to the president. I'm telling you, he's going to get convicted. He's going to get a pardon. If he's sentenced this year, he's going to get a pardon this year.
Because come on, Trump pardon Larry Hoover. He ain't scared to pardon nobody. He ain't scared to pardon Kodak.
But what did he even really do? He took some shit. He ain't do shit.
But he
the only way you can be pardoned is you convicted. So this is why he can't pardon P. Diddy yet. So
that's why I think that if he is convicted,
right,
and he pardons him, I'm just talking about in the eyes of a Trump situation, you have a guy who got a lot of influence to be like on your team. Because he's gonna be indebted to him if he get him out of prison. Let's say he get 15 years and Trump just pardon him. He pardoned NBA young boy. Come on, you think he ain't gonna pardon Diddy? He pardoned Kodak Black. You know what I'm saying? So if he pardoned Diddy, this is what I think he has in the back of his mind if he's guilty. Now, either way it go, people ain't gonna be happy with either way. Just what I'm seeing online is people that think he shouldn't be charged with a RICO, regardless of whether he beat her up or not.
And let's not forget, a RICO is an ongoing criminal organization. You have not proven that at all.
Exactly, and that's
RICOs are usually involved in drugs.
A criminal
they're not even going after this man for the drugs.
Drugs, murder.
Sierra say if he's guilty on 4 or 5 charges, he can't be sentenced. So is that considered a hung jury?
I don't know.
Right,
we're gonna find out. But if they don't come to we don't know what they decide. But if they decide, they don't decide this week. Next week,
see, this is my analysis on how I can predict P. Diddy's gonna go free.
Prosecution has a problem proving their case.
Right. The RICO charges, right? The jury is hung on it. They're unanimous on all the rest of the charges.
Yeah, even bribery.
They even sent a note. They sent a note, and like we need more time because the jurors. It can be 1 or 2. It could maybe 1 or 2 of the jurors could be
like
conflicted with.
We don't see a RICO.
Yeah, we don't see a RICO, but most of them could see a RICO. But one could be like, man, no, man, but I think tomorrow it is going to be, but depending on what happens when P. Diddy get not convicted, I think I think P. Diddy is gonna go free.
So you think
they said
get not guilty?
Yeah, he's gonna be not guilty on the RICO. That's for sure. He's gonna be not guilty on that RICO.
But that's the last.
I bet you.
No, RICO would give. I think it gives you a mandatory sentence.
Yeah, it's a life sentence.
I'm saying in his position, I'm thinking like the RICO was the less of his worry.
No,
RICO
is a life sentence.
I know. What I'm saying is the reason why I'm saying it in particular is because they not even explaining to us why he's really actually being RICO'd in whatever particular.
I don't personally think it was a RICO.
RICO usually involves drugs. That's what.
So where are the
RICOs
other
banned
people?
for.
Where are the other people that's being charged?
Well,
And that's
those
what
we're talking about in the R. Kelly case.
really actually see.
Well,
They charged R. Kelly with a RICO.
Well,
right?
one of them name was Cassie, and she got on the stand, and she got some type of
immunity, right? So
everybody got immunity except Diddy has.
So
fucked up.
If Cassie is on that stand and she's calling an old boy, so if I'm saying if the government is saying this dude that went over here across state lines that they hired as a prostitute, that's sex trafficking, to get with Cassie, and Cassie called him, then what's the deal?
So why Cassie ain't getting sex trafficking?
Because she testifying against him. That's
the
same way Sammy the Bull didn't get.
But what I'm saying is she should be still doing that. That's based off of this particular case, but that's still sex trafficking because they say that if anyone pays somebody to come from another state to have sex, right? That means that she has to prove on her end that Diddy gave her that money to have that man come, because based off of what he said, because I just seen this Vlad TV interview, and he said that he always dealt with her. He never dealt with Diddy personally. Right? So besides this case,
because he got immunity too, because wouldn't he be involved with the conspiracy? Because he came on state line.
But ain't nobody.
He been paid. So all these guys that's coming out here doing interviews, they rats. I'm just calling it like it is.
But what I'm saying, shouldn't it be another case separate from what's going on with Diddy and be like, you too? But just Diddy. Because you want immunity,
this is what the prosecutor does. We're going to throw 21 cases at you. We're going to throw 21 charges at you. Some of them are going to be redundant. What your lawyer do, if your lawyer is good, what you're going to do is systematically, you got 21 charges, your lawyer's going to probably, with a good lawyer, he's probably going to get 10 of those down. And then a sexual lawyer, which Diddy probably can afford, he's going to get him down to probably 7.
Well,
and then you go from there.
But I don't think that's what it's going to be, though. I think it's going to be that the shit that we seen on video, him putting his hand on her, and what a motherfucker get.
I don't think he's gonna get convicted. See, this is the thing about it. Cassie's nasty ass. Let me tell y'all about Cassie nasty ass, because I'm gonna wake this shit on up. Cassie was a 304. She was a goddamn slut.
But maybe she
not. And this is the thing about it. No, how is she not? And she got 5 niggas running a train and busting nuts in her face.
Directly on her.
Directly on. I mean, come on now. That bitch was a goddamn slut.
Okay, look.
She's a prostitute.
She's a goddamn prostitute.
She's highly paid.
Allegedly.
She's a highly paid married.
No, she told them ninjas.
That's what
she told them ninjas. No, she was directing and coordinating freak offs.
Yes, she was.
That and it was proved that she was. So that bitch was nasty as hell too.
How was that proved?
It was through text messages. She was committed to phone calls.
But I'm saying
it was proof that they showed.
But was she made to do that? Was it
something? No, that bitch was nasty. That's what she made to do. You can do. Look, let me tell you something. I'm responsible. If I get a chick to suck my dick for the first time, guess what? If she suck another dick after that, that's on her. It ain't on me.
Let me explain something.
This is what the defense was saying. Like, P. Diddy was not responsible for her decisions on and grooming her. I know she was young and shit like that.
That don't mean that.
That don't mean nothing. But she can leave at any time.
Let me say something that's gonna hurt people's feelings that people don't want to hear because we stay in victim culture. Cassie, when Diddy met Cassie, Puff Daddy, Cassie was already a soft shoe prostitute, allegedly.
Wow, you're right.
Let's call it that is. Diddy is a trick. He is what they call a trick. Cassie is a soft shoe prostitute. I don't know if she is now. I'm talking about when they met. So Diddy already. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you who's not mentioned in none of this stuff. J-Lo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Diddy could pull that on J-Lo? I'm gonna ask for the audience to answer this. Let's put on our thinking caps. Boop. Let's put them thinking caps on. Let's open up Google Bibles. Do y'all think he dated J-Lo?
Think about that one right there.
Do you think Diddy could have went to J-Lo and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring in a male prostitute. You're gonna have sex with him, and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that for a couple seconds."
He couldn't do that to J-Lo, but he could do that to Cassie.
He didn't do that. He did it to her. Why? Because she was already a soft shoe prostitute. Allegedly. We're gonna talk about it for real. We're gonna stop beating around the bush, talk about victims, and people don't know what's going on. People know what's going on. She was a soft shoe prostitute, and she got involved with a trick who was Diddy, who was just on another level. So she was used to like regular stuff. She wasn't no virgin. Because of all the defense, I would say, were you a virgin when you met Mr. Combs? That's what I would have asked. Because we got to establish, you know what I'm saying, some type of thing that's going on with you. Because the way we talk that she's a little bird. When you hear facilitating freak offs, she facilitating freak offs. Right. And they say he making me facilitate. Diddy 2,000 miles away, but he making you facilitate freak offs. The other chick, Jane Doe, she's supposed to be facilitating freak offs. She's saying Diddy making her do it, but they got a text message between her and the male prostitute. So if we gonna tell it, we gonna tell it. So this is some soft shoe prostitute stuff going on, and she got involved in the game that she may have not been all the way ready for it. He said, "This is how we get down to music, and we use drugs. We get down." Right. She probably said, "I'm just used to."
She consented to using drugs.
Yes.
So if you see somebody using drugs, you got a choice to either be like, you know what, I ain't into that, I'm leaving. That's a choice, or pass me that shit.
Because it's a certain lifestyle you living with this dude, though.
Right. But if you they trying to say manipulation, right? So they trying to really dig in to how did Diddy manipulated all of those little girls. No, it ain't little girls in this case.
These women.
See, and it's hard to do that. Like I predicted that P. Diddy had a better chance than Bill Cosby and all the rest of them ninjas. Because guess what happened with Bill Cosby case, right? It was hard to prove, and then Jennifer Bonjean, she like the ninja hero. She really got into that case and got him out in 4 years. So really the same thing is the technology is different from what it was. The technology get better every day, like forensics, how they couldn't put fingerprints from back in the day, you know, to detect the killer. It's just like now. These trials is unfair,
but I'm gonna say this, Sierra. Yep. Cassie was young, but she walked in the room when she met Diddy with another man.
Right.
We gotta talk about this. We gotta be honest. We all grown. We all adults. No kids watching. Right? She walked in a room with another man who was older than her. So if you open up the Bible, the Google Bible, and you start looking back, you'll start seeing it's a pattern before Diddy.
How old was Cassie when she met when she met
20, 21.
But she was an adult.
According to the streets where she come from, she was already getting down.
Also, she was a rat. She was a dot bot.
According to the street. That's why Diddy picked her. See, Diddy looked at her and said, this really pretty girl. She with this dude. I got the power. Listen, this is the thing. She made a choice. We all make choices. We all adults. If a young man, he's 16, he pull out a gun, he shoots somebody, should we say he's young, he should just walk away? He still made a decision.
Right.
My 9-year-old daughter make a decision. She make a decision. She should be punished.
I see that. I see.
So you 20 now.
If you,
I've been 20 before, and I knew what I was doing.
right.
If I done something, I knew.
So if you was 20 and you did something,
We ain't
you should
talking
be
about babies.
punished for it, not manipulated. So if you say, okay, say if I'm 20, say for instance, if you say
co-conspirator,
right, but say for instance, you say right. Let me say this. Say for instance, if you say, all right, I'm 20 years old, and you can't say if I was in a robbery, right, and somebody shot somebody, right, I get charged for the same thing. Now what now? So
Should I get off because I'm 20?
Right. Should I get off because, and they using this a woman thing. We gotta say that shit.
It's look.
It's
It's
a woman.
I mean, I understand where you were going with it, but I mean, let's not get past the fact that even if she knew what she was doing, or even if she didn't know what she was doing in this particular situation, I look at her, and a lot of people look at her, that she was a co-conspirator.
She wasn't.
She was not necessarily in a position.
But the thing about it, did he groom her into being? Did he coach her like a goddamn?
I mean,
motivational speaker.
He could have enhanced what was already there.
You see what I'm saying? It was like, goddamn, you can.
But it doesn't matter. You're a co-conspirator.
But you're still who you are.
If I went out with Big Meech and Big Meech was selling keys and I was selling dime bags, they aren't gonna say, "Oh man, you were selling dime bags. You wasn't even on Big Meech made you do it." At the point, they're gonna throw me in a conspiracy, and they're gonna put me in it with it.
Right.
But that go right back to what you were just saying, John. Let's say I was in the car with you, and you were the driver, and I seen a motherfucker I ain't like, and I shot that motherfucker, and all you was doing was driving. You didn't know I was gonna shoot him. I ain't telling you that was that motherfucker right there. All I did was pull out the gun and shoot. And then if they was like, shit, nigga, the streets got your license plate. And that motherfucker was in the car.
But Cassie was
you a co-conspirator.
Cassie was not only in the car, she was directing the killers.
She was directed.
If you call the male prostitute up and you direct a whole situation, listen, if you're a hostage, it's the same thing I said with the R. Kelly thing. I'm gonna keep it all the way up. How are you a hostage for 11 years? You're a public hostage. Because I hear this stuff about Diddy. He was so tough. He was just really, really real dude. He's threatening people. Then what you testifying at? Will he put a hit on you now?
For real.
It's easy to put a hit on you now.
It is.
He ain't got nothing to lose now. You walked around. You got married. You've been walking around. He paid you millions of dollars. I think people got to be honest about this situation and say, okay, not only Cassie, but it was a lot of other co-conspirators, and they was all living off this guy's money. Now, it's not saying Diddy innocent.
Yeah, ain't saying Diddy innocent
because Diddy was tricking.
Right? Is they using the? See, this is why the LGBTQ community came to save Diddy. Because CP Diddy, they did see a lot of people made fun of Diddy because of him having sex with men, and that's the deal. But the LGBTQ community came back was like, you know what? They kind of had Diddy's back a little bit. Yeah. And this is kind of swayed the perception, like, is y'all against Diddy because he's part of the LGBTQ community? Because he is part of Diddy is part of the LGBTQ community. He is a part of that.
So you think that's why people was defending him?
Yeah, I think so. I think Diddy being a part of the LGBTQ community, it saved him a little bit because you know what? Probably one of them goddamn jurors is gay. You never know. And this is the thing about it. The perception of him being LGBTQ community was a factor. So it's like him being gay is a factor of people judging him.
Yeah.
And
The jokes, yeah.
And the jokes. And you know, the black people clown that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody clowned the nigga for him being gay. Is it stripes? Or is it like real genuine, like, is he, you know, really doing dirt or just being made fun of or just being crucified? See, that's a big factor in what I think in what this trial was, you know, kind of predicated on. They say some of the jurors, they don't know P. Diddy, they don't know he exists. They got scientists. I forgot some. I was looking at some of the jurors. And I know one of them was a scientist, one of them they just like high quality people, you know, that not high quality people, but got high quality jobs that's secluded, that, you know, they don't know what's going on, they don't be in the media or nothing like that. But it was 10 men and 4 women. I said that had to be a big factor in this publication of why P. Diddy is gonna get released.
So you think that's gonna be like the
I think that's gonna be one of the factors. I think one of the factors why P. Diddy is gonna be released is because it was 10 men and 4 women. Probability.
So you think
if it was more women, like in the OJ case, it was more black people.
Yeah, that's true.
So this is why the jury is hung on making a decision. This is what I think. Is why they hung on making a decision. I think
because what is this? Is this second day? This is second day of delivery. Yeah.
And you know, it could take months for deliberation, but
yeah, the longer.
But they came to a conclusion very fast, so they already know what they're gonna do. So
yeah, once they get off, as far as like, it's crazy because you got a good point. The jury is always being controlled, but I thought if they were gonna find him guilty, they would have came back really quick. It's really weird. This is really
came back real fast.
Yeah. But it's taking a long time, so we can't tell. So it could be in the middle. A lot of people, you know, they kind of like, see, that's a lot of people want to see him go to jail. Because it's part of the whole narrative of him to go to jail. Because they want to hide. This is what I'm gonna say. People want to hide the fact that a lot of women be involved in this stuff right along with these guys.
Right.
And they don't want to say it. So they want to create victimhood. Oh, you know, she was being forced. She had no choice. Everybody has a choice. You had a gun to your head and somebody said, you do this or I'm going to shoot you. You got a choice. I'm sorry, you got a choice. You know what I'm saying? And I think in this situation, I think the hostage is money. I think it's whether you're going to pay your bills, whether you're going to live that high life.
Because you used to a certain lifestyle. And this is the thing about it. Cassie already got $30 damn million. And the thing about it is,
his whole lifestyle.
What is her motive for taking Puff down now? She already got her $30 million. So what is her motive? So more people saying that, oh, she must be really, really into it. But that's part of the plan.
That's because the Fed stepped to and said, hey.
That she had to do that. You got that $30 million. You ain't gonna let that off the hook. No, you gotta testify in this trial because Puffy is going to get a RICO charge in the future. So, yes. You have to come. You have to testify. And it ain't up to her. whether she wanted to testify or not, because $30 million, you just think you're gonna get $30 million and for nothing. You just think you're gonna get $30 million?
Mm-hmm.
No, you gonna sell your soul for that $30 million. What you think motherfuckers do on a regular basis? You think you just sue a ninja and just allow them to get $30 million?
No.
No, hell no.
She like, okay, I got down with you. He didn't want that to go to any court to be seen. He just paid out. Because at the end of the day, him being more in charge of her career, if he had said, hey, Cassie, I ain't down with none of that stuff, we're going to do this, then she probably would have went a different route.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still responsible for a lot of things in her career and money and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, he was so down with all that weird stuff that they was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He should have not done that, but he was in charge of that. And when he did that, when he beat her up, that fucked him up.
Cassie, the thing about it, I'm gonna say some shit that some motherfuckers ain't gonna dare to say. Cassie was rebellious. And I'm gonna just say it like that. When you in this music industry, y'all know how Puff is. Puff is a guy, he is a relentless. And he don't like no for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And his problem was mixing business with relationship. When you mix business with relationship, this is the type of stuff you're gonna get, the toxic relationships you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get rebellion. So when you fuck somebody you doing business with, you're gonna get back because she's gonna feel entitled. And she got leverage in this situation. She had every leverage in this situation. That's why she sued Puff. So when you mix business with relationships, this is what you're gonna get in return. So Puff was out of it in the beginning because as soon as he fucked his client, as soon as you fuck the person who worked for you,
Mm-hmm.
they got leverage over you. So that's when Puff made that mistake in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He fucked his client and had a relationship with her. And he gave her power too. That's why she was doing them free calls. He gave her power at a young age, at a young adolescent age.
Yep.
She was too young to have that power. And when you have that power at that young age, you don't know what the fuck to do with it. And plus, you ain't got no experience in business. You're just a young, beautiful girl.
Mm-hmm.
With a body. You got no experience in nothing. Puff got all this knowledge. And Puff gave her all that power. Just gave her a college degree without working for it. Without the knowledge.
And just gave you a lavish lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they was around for. This chick wasn't looking at this dude and saying, hey, man, this dude's so great. He's just some great guy.
Right.
He wasn't.
Right.
They was around for one thing on the lifestyle.
Right.
And he was able to provide that lifestyle as a trick.
He ain't make her walk to the Cheesecake Factory for to the goddamn 4 Mile for a cheesecake like he did making the band. He ain't make her work for it. He gave her the life.
I know a lot of people want to act slow, but the moment she met Puff, Puff was Puff. All his baggage was there. Y'all knew about the club with J-Lo, the Biggie thing, all the stuff that happened to him, it was there when she met him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like you met a guy and you didn't know what it was. So when I hear people saying, oh, they don't know. You didn't know about Puff's past in 2009?
Mm-hmm.
That Puff wasn't about what he's supposed to be about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people reminding people that Puff wasn't about what he's supposed to be about, especially business-wise. So when you deal with a Puff, and you leave a Ryan Leslie for a Puff, that's showing you where your loyalty lies. Because you came in the door with another man, but you left with another man.
Yep.
Now we gotta talk about it. It's truth. And you wanted that lifestyle with them people in that industry. Them people, y'all know how they get down. And he was at the high level of them people. And he was getting down with them until he couldn't. So now that we kind of look back at it, we say, okay, this dude may get convicted. I told you, and we talked about it. He gonna get a pardon if he is convicted eventually.
Mm-hmm.
It's no way he's gonna do it a long period of time.
No.
Now, will he be the same man publicly? No. But maybe he learned his lesson on how to move. Maybe Cassie learned her lesson on how to move. But they were both involved in that shit they were doing. None of us knew about it. They were still doing it behind the scenes. Calling niggas up saying, come through. Flying niggas out.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the street now.
Mm-hmm.
So when people be talking about victims in this shit, we all got to take responsibility in what we want. And I'm going to tell y'all, people just be wanting money. They want a certain lifestyle. He was able to provide that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted that lifestyle, but she had to go through this to get that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Why had a lifestyle with this producer nigga who ain't on? I could be with Pop. That's why she left the producer dude for Pop.
Mm-hmm.
This how we got here. Now all the other women, the girl that's standing on the stand, 50 Cent baby mama, he paying her rent to this day.
A 50 Cent baby mama.
Yeah, that's why. What you understand for? He paying your rent.
Mm. Yeah.
See, y'all don't see nothing wrong with this stuff that we talking about. So if he a scumbag demon and a dog, and you gonna go testify against him, what you taking his money for to pay the rent?
Right.
Go pay your own rent.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
See how that go?
Would you take money from Hitler or some type of?
Would you take money from a child molester?
Right.
Because you need the money?
I'm
gonna ask the audience that.
You just as much of a scumbag as goddamn.
So why are we wasting time with these people on the stand?
Right.
We talking about, let's talk about this from a real perspective. Why waste time with these people on the stand if they just taking the man money? He paying 50 Cent baby mama rent while she's standing on the stand. She's sitting on the stand testifying to man, and her rent just got paid by him. Does that make sense to y'all? Am I slow? You testifying, working for the federales against this man, but he paid your rent on June 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably paid it today, July 1st. That don't make sense to me. You might as well just say, hey, I ain't gonna talk. Oh, well, you gotta do some time. Well, it is what it is. Because you took all the man money.
Mm-hmm.
His money's still good. So is a child molester money still good for y'all? Murderer.
Right.
Scum of the earth. Their money still good. As long as you get your rent paid, it don't matter.
Right.
So who's responsible if you take money from a person like that that's supposed to be bad? Is that person responsible, or are you responsible for taking the money? So we got those type of people on the stand, and people running around talking about what he doing. Them the co-conspirators, if it's a conspiracy. But the government put them on the stand and say, oh, he's the bad guy. They just want to win the case. See, what the government want, the prosecutor, they want to say, we don't want to put P. Diddy in jail.
Right.
It's going to boost our career. They don't care about no justice because they know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Ain't no victims in this case. Ain't no victims in the last case. Everybody was out there doing what they wanted to do. And now people say, oh, he beat up in the hotel. That wasn't the first time he beat up. What'd she do after the hotel? She went right back with him.
She went right back with him. And they trying to say that is like manipulation. She was controlled, and she was, so this is with the prosecutors.
So is she controlled now? How long was she controlled? She broke out the control. So what did she get? Like a free mind control release?
He said, man, it's like when you in love, you know what I'm saying?
In love with what? He got you banging other dudes on camera.
Right.
It's the love. It's not like even, see, I can understand that if it was just y'all two.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is already got you violating in some situations. Because I believe that's why he didn't do it to J-Lo. See, nobody can bring that up. Nobody want to bring that up. That's never been talked about on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't do that to J-Lo. You know why he wouldn't do that to J-Lo? J-Lo wouldn't have had it.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't do that. If you brought that to J-Lo,
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo got her own money. Because J-Lo these girls needed his money.
And this is the thing about it. P. Diddy ain't the type. He like to have, look, if you could be with a strong chick like J-Lo, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't control that. You can't control J-Lo.
No.
Who else? Kim Porter, and this is another thing they trying to say about Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
He murdered Kim Porter. Well, unalive, I gotta say. And the whole thing about Kim Porter and who else was Puff with? That was
He with the Young Miami girl.
Young Miami.
Mm-hmm.
See, Puff, he was restricted to a certain age. This is what I say about Puff. I ain't never heard Puff with, somebody
His age.
right.
He always, as he got older, he always got really young.
And Puff know how to move because R. Kelly. He watched him. Like I said, Puff knew what was coming. This always he supported R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
He never said a bad word about R. Kelly. He knew this day was coming, like Jesus. He knew it. He knew he was gonna get crucified one day.
Mm-hmm.
And don't think these ninjas are stupid. Don't think these ninjas don't think they're gonna come out the blue. It was somebody. No, they already know the feds is on them. They already know the feds is tapping their phones. They already know the feds is watching them.
Mm-hmm.
They know. Mm-hmm. They know years in advance. Puff knew maybe since the time goddamn Biggie got goddamn murdered. That's when Puff knew. Puff knew that they were coming for him one day, and he was already told, he was already advised that they gonna come for you, Puff. They come for everybody else. Puff knew they was coming. Puff wasn't stupid enough to be smashing underage girls, but they found a way. Since you freaky, you cannot be freaky. This is the thing what he didn't learn. You cannot, like Shannon Sharp.
Oh,
Shannon Sharp didn't learn this lesson.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot be freaky, and you cannot be angry. You cannot be cussing these brides out. You cannot be calling them out their name because they're gonna use that against you.
Mm-hmm.
Over the phone, you have to hold your composure. So I don't care if they're in the wrong. I don't care if they cheating. I don't care if they doing. If you curse them out, call them out their name, they're gonna use that against you.
Mm-hmm.
So as a black man in this industry, you gotta hold your composure. You can't say nothing else. I don't care what they do to you. The moment you curse back or say anything violent, oh, you was violent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a temper, especially you big and black. That's what they use against Shannon Sharp.
And he's running around here talking crazy. I'm richer than them white folks. Diddy.
Right.
Diddy was out here acting like he was the biggest thing on earth.
Right. And that's
showing
the thing.
Him.
That's the thing about it.
They showing
you think
him what time it is.
I don't care if I'm black and it's me too. Okay, all right, okay. Let me tell you this. He didn't got Donald Trump's. Okay, pardon. But at the same time, considering the pardon. But at the same time, you running around here talking about, and that's dangerous. Like, I'm black. It don't matter the skin tone, color. You can be who the fuck you want to be. No, you ain't. Nah, they gonna get your ass.
Mm-hmm.
If you freaky, you cannot be you cannot have a set. You have to be a straight up like pastor or minister type figure. You cannot be freaky. And they found out these freaky ninjas on the low, TD Jakes and all the rest of them. They didn't found them out through these Diddy trials. And a lot of them ain't gonna understand. A lot of them were saved. They were saved.
What about Kirk Franklin? Was he involved in that?
Yeah, right. It was saved because it was, you know, a lot of people supposed to be exposed.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of celebrities were supposed to be exposed in this case. But they ain't called no witnesses because guess what? The witnesses didn't come forward on nothing. They couldn't see the sex tapes of the celebrities that were involved because they didn't testify. They didn't get no statements or nothing. So any sex tapes involved, it was so many sex tapes that they could only show.
So who you think was in those tapes?
Anybody you can name.
You think Jay-Z was in those tapes? Or Beyonce?
No, I don't think Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jay-Z was
staying away from that
he
part
was
of
in the business of it.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, you know, I don't think Jay-Z that stupid. I don't think Jay-Z that freaky.
They tried to get him with the 13-year-old girl, but that didn't work out for them.
Yeah, and they quickly acquitted that. Why? And Jay-Z lost hundreds of millions of dollars because of that. I don't think Jay-Z was involved with or Beyonce, even though they in the mix. But I don't think that they was involved in some people say Beyonce is a witch and all this other type of shit. Mm-hmm. And but I don't think so. I think that she's in the industry. She's going by the corporate industry, but I don't think that she have any idea of what the hell she's doing. Or none of them. They don't have to participate in free calls or nothing like that.
Who was in those videos? We want no videos.
But I think for real free did Leonardo DiCaprio allegedly. Yeah, who else would want that?
I think TD Jakes is in there.
TD Jakes.
I think Steve Harvey is in there.
Steve Harvey. Who? TD Jakes Steve Harvey. Both of them niggas gotta pay a hell of a lot of money. They gotta pay a lot of money. I think ugly people most likely gotta be. So you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
People with high self-esteem, they pay people, beautiful people. And that's the thing about it. That's the science of it. Like, you gotta be ugly to be in the goddamn free dog. So yeah, I think that TD Jakes, he gotta be. Oprah and
okay. Oprah was in there. She said she never went to the parties because they don't mean that.
Right. They don't mean
that.
that.
Went to the after party.
Yeah. She ugly. Like, you got to think ugly people they more most likely to pay for shit. they more likely to pay for it because they got it like that. Ugly people, they tend to got money, like, you know. They can't focus on. You gotta focus on other stuff other than money. If you ugly, you gotta focus on money because that's the only thing you got to offer. If you got offers on look, what's good, Dre?
What's going on?
What's good? If you ugly, you gotta focus on money because you ain't got nothing to offer. But besides, because you can't get no pussy, you ain't getting no pussy, right?
see these bad bitches with an ugly ass nigga.
Right. What the hell? Yeah, they got some red, but
You ever say, you got a big pocketbook?
right.
For real. Get you gotta have something. It don't matter what it is. You most definitely gotta have something.
So what did Diddy have?
It's good,
money?
Nicolette.
Money.
Diddy had it. He was a lame.
He had money, ain't
Look, he was a goofy ass
he?
lame.
He did it.
So he had to focus on his bread.
Fuck daddy.
Yeah.
He had to focus on his bread first. So that's the thing about it. This is how most people can how you can weed out the freak offs. People who was really in the freak offs. We were saying Oprah, right? Oprah was made fun of all through the goddamn 80s and 90s. And we talking about people like who else ugly? Like
Damn. You talk about just ugly?
just ugly. Whoopi Goldberg, you know, freak off.
It's funny because I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say Whoopi Goldberg because I love Whoopi Goldberg. So I ain't going to say Whoopi Goldberg.
But she's not attractive, and that's reality. So
she might have that eye, though. She might have that snap.
she might have that fly
I
head.
ain't going to say that.
But see, it's different from women. Women are a little different, though.
Yeah.
Somebody can fuck an ugly woman, any other woman.
Right. Yeah, an ugly woman can get dick any time of the day.
I ain't never fucked no ugly bitch.
Shit,
though.
I done fucked a booger bear before. Shit.
I ain't never fucked no ugly bitch.
Hey, that shit was fine. I won't hold her hand and walk down the street, but that motherfucker was wrong.
Trey, I ain't never fucked no ugly bitch though.
Shit.
I don't think that
Oh,
like
fucking ass, nice guy.
I didn't
That motherfucker Willie Name, shit.
No.
Motherfucker, what? No
Dre,
knock,
Dre,
no knocking shit.
I ain't knocking it, but I'm just
You be
saying,
surprised.
I
This
ain't never
motherfucker was. Oh,
I ain't never fucked no ugly bitch though, damn.
shit.
You feel me?
Hey,
Like,
I don't
never.
practice that shit, but I
What
had
is
one
ugly,
time
though?
shit.
Whoopi Goldberg is ugly.
Well, that's
Ugly
it's
is
levels of
let me tell you something. Ugly is something that you ain't attracted to.
It's levels of
Okay,
ugly.
so you saying just because you ain't attracted to a motherfucker, you automatically make them ugly?
You're not attracted
No, not
to it.
necessarily.
Right? If I ain't gonna fuck you, my dick ain't gonna
If
get hard.
you ugly to a multitude,
But that's a
one
different
person.
type of level of ugly.
So
Because you
face,
been able to
see with
fuck.
us, the only thing that attracts us is ass and titties.
But then it be on the ugly list.
But
It can be on the ugly bitch. So,
come on,
you attracted to it,
yeah.
We don't care about that.
You will still smash though. You will still.
But to a woman,
no,
attraction.
If you just ugly,
You'll forget about that.
So attraction to a woman is different.
Couple more drinks.
Let me tell you something. Attraction
Right.
to a woman
Ugly
is different
ugly,
though.
You know what ugly is, right?
Okay, so we all agree a chick's ugly. She ugly, right?
Well,
But
yeah.
women say,
but
women
ugly
say she
is
ugly.
different.
And we say
Like,
outside. Do that make her ugly? We all got grip on it and some shit.
But if
Okay, who is ugly though? Who is ugly though? I mean,
I would
y'all
say that. Well, I say to a certain extent, but
Whoopi
but at
Goldberg
the same
ugly
time,
though?
but if her body, let me tell you something.
You think
If-
Whoopi Goldberg ugly?
Shit, she think I look
Come
bad.
on, tell us like it is, man. What is that?
No, I'm just asking. When y'all say ugly though, it's women that's way uglier than Whoopi Goldberg though.
No, we was just talking about.
No, we was just talking
a
about
motherfucker have a body on the Whoopi Goldberg face.
anybody would smash.
You would beat that face down.
Right.
So Whoopi Goldberg ain't that
And
ugly,
you
though.
would marry a chick with a banging body with a not so good face, right?
No.
Versus,
No.
No, he said no, she good.
but at the same time, she's good. She stay at home. She's a good woman. She ain't no, she's a good woman. She's a good woman. She's not so good in the face. She got a nice body, right? So you would. It's plausible to get with a woman like that, right? And she'd be more attractive down the long run, right? When a woman treats you good, she become attractive no matter what.
I can agree with that.
And it's
I
about
mean,
the stability
but
because
that's
a
because
bad
you
bitch.
gotta grow- you
Let me
gotta
tell you
grow
something.
into that.
Let me tell you something. A bad chick
That's
gotta
right.
will
grow
become
into that.
less attractive
So they maintenance.
as down the line.
Like, goddamn.
She become because I dated man a bad chick, bro, and I was so infatuated in the beginning, but her attitude, entitlement, and all that, I'd be like, down the line, no, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when you do shit for the long run versus looks when you in our 40s, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going by looks and shit like that. You know, we ain't going by looks no more. We going by quality. We going by character. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a character thing. Because we got character. We have to develop our character. We have to work for our character. We have to fight for our character as men.
Well, you clean them up too, John. Clean them up. Ugly shit out. Or halfway ugly shit.
A halfway ugly motherfucker to get them right.
No, women already can dress it up. Put a little makeup on and shit, you know.
So
They can still look a little bit.
So do we agree that Whoopi Goldberg is ugly chick?
I don't think Whoopi Goldberg ugly though.
You don't think she ugly?
No, I don't think Whoopi Goldberg ugly.
What's
I
ugly?
don't say she
The reason-
ugly.
Is
Badly made a woman. Badly made a
No.
woman.
Is Roseanne ugly?
Because she ill.
Roseanne.
But she old now, shit. I mean, back in the day when she used to stand up, she had that tight ass leather shit on.
Oh, Whoopi.
Yeah.
What about
She went
Roseanne?
bad. Her body went bad.
Okay. Let's do it like this, then. Let's go on a different route. Like, let's say if we said Monique.
Is Monique ugly?
Is she ugly?
Monique, she's too out there.
She's
She's
a bigger
too-
woman, and
She too masculine.
She's still.
She too.
But ain't that
She
ain't
too
that-
much.
Ain't that the regular? That's the regular shit that you gonna run into, though.
No, it ain't.
How
No, it
not?
ain't. Because if I got boundaries, I'd be like, if you got boundaries in the beginning, it don't matter what you run into. Either you
But
get
I'm
on,
just saying,
either
she's
you go.
ugly though. By her, and then she started losing weight too.
That she'll lose weight. Depends
So
on
do you
if you
think,
like chick.
So would you say Monique is prettier than
I wouldn't.
Whoopi Goldberg?
See, okay.
No, I'm not.
If I'm more attracted, I'm not
attracted.
attracted to none of them.
Okay.
So I wouldn't pursue none of them. But
Is Cassie? It
probably
pretty.
Is she pretty?
I don't really
Hell
like
yeah.
Cassie.
But I wouldn't
Cassie
pursue.
I wouldn't go to Cassie and say anything to her. I'm not saying that she's ugly.
You
I'm
wanna
not
say
saying
that
that
to her?
she's pretty. I feel like Cassie is a regular motherfucker that you can run to. in the
But she
streets.
attractive.
If you go to Pepe's, you can run into a Cassie.
No, you not. You ain't
No,
running into
no,
a Cassie.
No,
Not
she was-
no Cassie,
No,
no
because she
goddamn
was dealing.
Pepe's.
She was dealing with people
Ugh.
that made her look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she
Cassie was top notch. She can sing. She can dance. Cassie was a motherfucking beautiful ass
Okay,
bitch.
so you would put Cassie on the same level with a let's say a Sierra or because that's what
No, because Sierra is proven to Russell. She's consistent with Russell Wilson, so I gotta put Sierra above that. So no matter what nobody say, Russell Wilson.
So what? Cassie is above.
I gotta put Sierra above Cassie. Oh, of course, she ain't in Sierra's league. You can't even talk about Cassie and Sierra in the same sentence.
Why not? What do the nigga got to do with
Quality.
it? We just
The
talking
quality
about
of
the
woman.
women.
Why would you go for P. Diddy, a gay ass nigga like P. Diddy in the first place? Like she knew to type of man you pick, Sierra picked. I mean, she knew who she picked. She knew the type of nigga to go for. To go for some party animal to know this ninja party all the time. Got freak offs and all type of shit. Oh, who the fuck would pick some type of nigga like that? That's the sort of quality in her. So that's the Sierra is top notch with the quality who you pick, who you select. That show who you is. The motherfucker.
But you,
That's your mindset. You pick
But
who
you
you are.
say you
You
would
is
take
who
her
you is.
over Whoopi Goldberg.
Who? I would take who over Whoopi Goldberg?
Who we was just talking about?
Who? Sierra?
No.
Cassie.
Cassie.
Hell no. I'll take Whoopi Goldberg all day.
But what you basing that off of? Because of what's
Quality.
going on? But I'm saying if you ran to her in the
Character.
street and you had to make a decision and didn't even know who either one of them was, who would you pick?
To fuck? Yeah, I
Yeah.
pick with my eyes first.
What
But
you-
I decide with my brain at the end.
But what if she ain't even that particular person? Maybe that's.
I would
what
know in the
made
beginning
her.
because I'm polished. I've been through all type of bitches. I done fuck all type of hoes. So I know the type of chick that anything come out her mouth. Oh no, you ain't it. I know how she speak. I know who she hang around with. The crowd, who she posts, the type of language she talk. Look, I know a professional when I see one. I ain't stupid. So I'm responsible for my own decision. So I can't be fooled and say that somebody that brainwashed me and blame my bad decisions on somebody else. I'm responsible.
So what's our conclusion tonight? Our conclusion tonight that P. Diddy should walk away scot-free from this situation. And we should say that she's a co-conspirator and let that motherfucker go.
I didn't say
free.
she
She's
walk
definitely a damn co-conspirator. She's a co-conspirator
I'm just
with
saying.
immunity.
Is that what we came to as far as the conclusion
You
tonight?
think he should
that,
walk away?
that he should walk away scot-free?
You think he should?
He already done paid her. She done moved forward and got a baby by a whole nother motherfucker. She not that scar. You understand what I'm saying? She's not that scarred, bro, because she was able, that a motherfucker linked her to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she wouldn't even know that motherfucker if it wasn't for who?
Diddy.
And
And
after
what?
they
I
hooked
think her
up,
relationship is over with after this.
I'm gonna say something funny, but
And his ass walked away in the middle of it
After
once he
that-
seen what it was. So are you telling me that like Shorty hid shit from him
after
that he didn't know nothing about?
after her and her now husband hooked up,
Right.
she went back to P. Diddy and she FaceTimed the new husband while she was in the bed with P. Diddy.
But he walked
Right,
out.
yeah, he did.
he
And
walked
then
out the
this
court
body
with it.
car. I'm gonna tell you about this escort. You can
You
look this
talking
shit up
about
right
the
now.
dude
The
that
bald
was
head
on,
dude.
The dude was on black. The black. Yes.
Is that the
Come
Punisher?
on, man.
Crazy.
Come on,
Look,
man.
He was like, look, if you were talking, we talking about the same dude.
Yes. The Punisher. Let's be honest. The Punisher?
Hey man,
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey,
definitely.
that
You
motherfucker
can't
was
make
like-
that- you can't make this shit up.
that motherfucker told his story. That motherfucker stock just went up. This bitch is out there clamming to get that motherfucker. Oh, you the Punisher.
The Punisher, bro? And it had nothing to do with the situation. He had that name before he was even, basically from what he said,
Mm-hmm.
he had that name before any of that shit even came
He-
along. They
Hey.
calling him the Punisher already.
And he was like, Cassie. I don't know if this is the bald head dude. I don't know if it's the same dude we talking about.
No. I'm not gonna say that man's name. I don't give a fuck.
That's
what
fucked
his name
up.
is.
How you gonna call him that though?
I'm not calling that
Hey,
motherfucker.
man.
Yeah, I know.
There's bunch of shit over here. Sorry. No, sorry.
That's
Back
crazy.
in that motherfucker. I don't know what is his damn name.
Those the judge, I'm like, man, what's your mama call you, goddamn?
And what you punish? You feel
He
me?
be punishing these hoes, nigga.
He won't punish.
And if the P. Diddy was gay, he liked that shit. He was punishing Diddy.
Hey, look.
So
So we
This
saying
in the
Diddy
background watching that
So
shit.
Diddy paid them.
Is
Paid on
P.
the
Diddy
rap.
gay?
He paid them.
But I'm saying, is P. Diddy gay or is he just bisexual?
Shit, same
Right,
thing.
that's the same goddamn thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yeah, women can be
that
bisexual.
applies to two totally different definitions.
If you
It's
gay-
what it is. It's the law.
And you,
It's the law.
if you a fucking nigga, you fucking gay.
Bisexual only applies to women. If a guy tell me he bisexual, he gay. Double standards. Don't care what the fuck you say it is.
I
Okay, so you just saying that you just gay?
You gay as fuck.
There's no such thing as bisexual. Is what
No,
you
ain't no goddamn such thing as goddamn bisexual.
I mean,
You gay as
double
hell.
standards. Men can't be bisexual. Women can be bisexual. That's
Why?
why. I didn't write the
No.
law, but it is.
But Diddy, so y'all saying Diddy is bisexual?
I know in my
He
feelings,
bisexual.
I could never see a man. I could
ain't
never
gay,
look
bro.
at a man.
But was he?
I thought gay when you was gay.
Okay,
you just fuck with-
Let's clear this up. Was he when he was involved in those escapades? Was he involved with the men, or he just looking?
And from what the Punisher said.
No. Let me tell y'all something.
Stop saying,
Let me tell y'all
I'm
something.
just saying, bro, because that's what he said his name was. Being gay. From
Let
what
me
the
tell
Punisher
y'all
said,
something.
No, he's a dealer.
He said that he never really.
So,
Like,
No,
he
P.
does
Diddy.
he does your homeboy. He does for you. Hey, I can't say it. How you gonna call it? I don't know.
So he was
Yeah.
watching.
P. Diddy collected net. Nigga, I
So-
swear to God, nigga, that nigga was fucking gay as hell, nigga. That nigga
My
was.
whole thing is the motherfucker down the street. You call it, hey, yo, P, man, what's up, yo?
You call Pete or something else. What's his name? What's your mama name? Yeah.
Yeah,
I call you like a
So
They
we-
said.
Let's
P.
just call him Sean then. Okay?
Diddy.
Because if he just gay,
I swear to God, I gotta say this because I know it's 50 niggas in this room, but I gotta say this shit
What?
about Diddy. Diddy tried. P. Diddy was gay as fuck. It was like 10
P.
niggas
Diddy ain't gay,
around
bro.
him. A
P.
nigga.
Diddy ain't gay, bro.
Okay, I'm saying this is text message. Dog. I ain't. This ain't speculations, nigga. This is real, nigga. This is P. Diddy. They said P. Diddy had probably 10 niggas. I'm just saying surrounding him. So we talk about P. Diddy like them big and black and
Oh
tall.
God.
Like you little boys too.
And this, now, let me tell you something. This is his preference, and he liked them actors too. See y'all see them actors on Tyler Perry movie. Y'all don't think them?
Man.
No, this is what it was. P. Diddy, and he got off of. He paid them these ninjas. We talking about in the tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
No, I'm just saying.
Could
He
you
paid them.
Could you be in a relationship with your woman?
Hell no, nigga.
Just wait a minute. I know what you're gonna say because you kind of answered the question already. But can you be in a relationship and watch your woman get fucked by a whole nother man?
Come on.
It say that you care about her. Honestly,
That wasn't his woman.
who the fuck was she?
See, these niggas is
Wait,
poly.
wait.
Let me tell y'all something about celebrity life. These niggas is poly, right? These niggas is rich. They can afford to have multiple bitches and pay for their lifestyle. They ain't regular niggas. So these niggas have this type of lifestyle.
So why the first one?
Okay.
Why the first one?
They
didn't go
tell
through
the-
that?
they
She was
tell-
just weak.
But he wasn't faithful to Cassie as an individual in the beginning. He told Cassie what it was, and they knew what it was because he did
I don't
participate in these type of
I don't
lifestyles.
know.
Freak sessions.
I don't know.
These free states.
I don't know. I don't know about.
He ain't like no regular nigga. A regular nigga gotta lie to a chick and be like, oh yeah, baby, I'm gonna be faithful to you. No, I'm P. Diddy, bitch. You gonna get on my level. And the bitch chasing him.
So why?
The
Okay,
bitch-
so why
she
did
chasing
he beat
him.
her up? Why he beat her up?
Because he
didn't
can.
care
Because
If he
he
ain't
P.
care
Diddy. That's why. He beat the bitch up because he P. Diddy. That's why.
Something.
He got full of himself.
Am I
Right.
missing something?
He P. Diddy. That's what he got full of himself.
Talking about I category now, all these allegations that's been put out by me, and then come back on there and please don't
Come on,
forgive me.
y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all tweaking.
Why y'all think they came after him in the first place?
Right.
Why? If that's the case, y'all tell me because it
Why
seems
y'all
like
think they came
off
after
of
P. Diddy?
video.
Why they
off
come
of
after Michael
video,
Jackson?
seeing that nigga
Why did they come after R. Kelly? Why did they come after Michael Jackson? Why did they come after Bill Cosby?
I think he escaped.
Why?
I think Diddy ain't the only one.
He's a scapegoat?
He's a scapegoat right now. and he go fuck around, probably walk through this shit.
Yeah, he is.
Just he go down.
P.
He gonna do
Diddy
Nina
Diddy is gonna walk. He gonna make Black history.
Everybody going
P.
down.
Diddy is going to make Black history, man. He's gonna make Black history. P.
So you
Diddy
gonna
is
say
gonna be
no
the
dance
first
on
one to
court?
walk away from this. A lot of people is thinking that P. Diddy is gonna get convicted like R. Kelly and all, Bill Cosby and all them, just because. No, P. Diddy gonna walk away. I guarantee you. P. Diddy, I bet money.
Man,
P. Diddy's gonna
Trump,
walk.
Trump can't let that boy go, man.
Yeah. No. He is because he's considering letting him go. Because
No.
depending on this case,
They in the same goddamn ring circle, man. That's why.
right? Look, Donald Trump said himself. He said he's considering, and you can look this shit up.
We'll take a look at it.
Right. He's considering, depending on this.
I don't even think he said it or Kelly.
Nope, he didn't.
He said, considering this, he can pardon P. Diddy. So
R. Kelly told himself. Them niggas said he was the Pied Piper. Isn't Pied Piper? Didn't the little children following him out the village? I'm just saying.
Come on,
I'm gonna be real. He told himself in the music. Your body is my playground. Let me leave you up there. Children, playground. Okay? All right, let's go this. It seems like you're ready. I could have sworn that you was ready. Yeah, that sounds like somebody that wasn't fucking ready.
I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I think R. Kelly was he knew what he was doing, but I don't think he was talking about a minor.
I think you're talking about.
I think he was talking about. I think he was influenced because this is the thing about
what you mean?
y'all think that R. Kelly was this
What does that mean?
on himself.
Yeah, right. Y'all better listen to the lyrics.
So you said R. Kelly was telling himself?
No, I think R. Kelly wasn't. It was the industry in the beginning. I think it was the industry in the beginning. I think that R. Kelly.
It's the whole industry, man. They ain't the only ones like that.
I think that R. Kelly has some genuine lyrics, and I think that they used.
Come on, bro.
I think they used that shit against them.
Hey, the first time
I don't think
you know the first time they get R. Kelly, you know why?
R. Kelly
He
was
was penning songs for people in Hollywood. Celine Dion. He was penning. His pen game was strong, even though he nigga literate. I don't know
R.
how
Kelly
that
made
was,
songs that
he
his
made songs for
motherfuckers
people,
on
motion
that jury
pictures,
made
things of that
hits.
nature. And that's why they couldn't have that for.
What's good? Juicy
I
Love.
was scared out in trouble with me.
Shouts out to Juicy
And I
Love.
think medicine gave me.
It's probably been a better case about P. Diddy, about the murders. Think about it. Craig Mack. That's how a lot of motherfuckers dying around this motherfucker.
Yeah, big.
What about Shine? We talking about
Everybody
okay, the
from
Shine thing.
No comment. He said, I'm out of that shit.
Everybody from Uptown Records is dead. I'll be sure the one on, and he had motherfucking
He
organ
didn't kill him.
failure.
He didn't die. Shit.
I don't know, man. That's like
I don't care what nobody say. I think R. Kelly is innocent. I think R. Kelly didn't mean nothing about them little the underage songs. I don't think so.
I went around him.
I don't think so.
I mean,
R. Kelly.
I'm not gonna say totally innocent.
I
I
think
feel
so.
like something was there because something got to be there for him to be innocent.
What about Elvis?
Shit.
They used to tell about Elvis.
He married like a 13-year-old girl or something like that.
I mean,
Hey, hold on, let's pick up Aaliyah, yo.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, everybody wanted to talk about R. Kelly. Aaliyah was under contract that she couldn't talk about it. They gave her X amount of dollars to go away. And everybody always wanted to know about R. Kelly. I think she was ready to write something, and I think that's why the fucking plane crashed.
You know what? I don't believe that. You know why?
okay, so why
Because
you don't say nothing about
you
sex
can-
kid? They ain't
let
that,
me
'cause
tell you
that shit was
something.
before R.
Let me tell y'all something. I do not see. This is the disparity in that. See, you cannot be undisclosed to come forward with child molestation. So, if she was under an influence, she couldn't talk about with R. Kelly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's against the law, right? How could you cannot talk about you getting molested by over?
She took a payment. She come to court.
She can't.
She go out the door.
See, so that's the thing
Nobody
about it.
subpoenaed Aaliyah.
go to court, all that.
See what Cassie doing now?
But but R. Kelly would be right though. I don't give a damn though. I don't care though. If the parents agreed and consented to them,
The parents agree.
it's legal. I don't care if you throw a flag on a play. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing about with sports, that this is legal. So you can't say nothing about R. Kelly.
Parents should be in jail too.
You can't say nothing about R. Kelly if the parents consented to it. You can't say nothing about R. Kelly if he did it the legal way. Even if he did it the legal way, but I ain't saying that nobody should be with no little underage girl. I ain't saying that.
I'm saying this 5 of us, grown ass men, sitting in this room. Do y'all believe, out of 5 grown men in this room, that P. Diddy's supposed to be locked up?
No, I don't believe so.
You believe?
No, of what they got now.
Nope, I don't believe it. I think it's more to the story.
Not what they try to charge him with now.
Okay.
Well,
So what he's supposed to get charged with then?
Hey, if he gets
Domestic
charged, it should be
violence.
a whole bunch of.
They
Like
ain't
a
messing
cheer-
about that's
like a
it.
cheer-
He got time served.
You got racketeering.
And plus they owe him.
And that's what I think what they're gonna do. They're gonna give him time to serve and then go drop the other charge. But credible witnesses all fell apart. That shit fell off.
Yeah, it did fall apart.
They improved their case. Now, why do you think nobody has been a witness for P. Diddy? Why take the chance? Why take the chance putting a witness for me?
Could put charges back. Yeah.
Push us back. They have proven that there is really no case. This shit is falling apart and it's crumbling right now. Diddy has not took the stand. His witnesses have not took the stand. They're not going to take the stand. Why? Because the state and the federal courts have not proven their case.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond shadow of a doubt. Now, you know, if one of our asses, we can try to convict him from railroad like motherfucker.
Right.
Diddy has deep pockets and deep lawyers. Let's be real. You can buy justice. Let's be real.
Especially when you got the top lawyers in the world. See, lawyers. So let me tell you something. Diddy got his lawyers got so much credibility and so much clout, even with the judges across we talking about federal judges. So we're talking about on a deeper level. They got so much rapport. Show me a good lawyer. Show me a lawyer who knows the judge. So that's how it is.
It's a script. They playing that shit out.
Show me a good lawyer. Show me a lawyer who knows the judge, and I guarantee you, all those lawyers that P. Diddy got knows the judge on a federal level. They've experienced. They've been in this game for 30, 40 plus years. Law firms. We talking about, and this is what the jury look at too. How credible is your defense as well? The people that surround you, you know. So, and we talking about the A1 top notch people who, if they lose this, their credibility is
Gonna take
gonna
a
take a
hit.
hit. So they knew taking this case, either they want to take this case,
This is gonna be a landmark case.
right, or
They get a jury.
They gonna
$2 million apiece.
so they wouldn't even take this case. Right. They wouldn't even take this case.
Shit, I gave her less than that. You feel?
Thank you.
So
I can
I mean, like at the end of the day, like
So,
he's
yeah,
like,
not
I ain't really lost nothing, but I'm going home, and that's the most important thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he better off being out than he is being locked up.
Hey, they damn sure hit the pockets though.
And P. Diddy went down in the goddamn safe. He went underground. He digged up that goddamn
His mama sitting
thing
on
in his
this.
backyard.
Mama sitting on
And
this.
he probably got about goddamn $100 million goddamn. It was like,
You think he ain't
Yeah.
explaining to his mama, look, mama, this is what happened.
right here,
His lawyer protecting that shit.
boom. P. Diddy, he
probably go there and what's that, Bali and shit.
Yeah, well, I told you gonna get body with Russell Simmons' ass.
Yeah, Russell ain't coming back this month.
Russell
P.
Simmons ain't
P.
coming
Diddy.
back at all, nigga.
P. Diddy ready. I guarantee y'all. I guarantee y'all. I bet y'all. How much y'all want to bet?
Find that nigga over in Istanbul.
How many? the P Diddy tomorrow. It's supposed to the delivery supposed to be tomorrow. I think about tomorrow. P Diddy gonna go free.
I think he walked too. I think we got
You saying the niggas all dance on the court like R. Kelly in the Boondocks?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
He gonna
walk
beat it.
free. And if he don't walk free, it's gonna be some petty shit. It's gonna be some shit. Be like, and it's gonna be some stipulations that they gonna put up in there that might make it not be that easy.
Yeah.
But I do think I think that like what we thought was gonna happen.
And then still civil.
It's not gonna happen. And
they
they gonna give people a chance to get that little money that they want from and get them away from that billionaire level, which he probably already away from there anyway. But I think that they was like, okay, since you want some money, you want some money, you want some money, and all y'all motherfuckers came. And then Kid Cudi, we gonna give you a little bit of money for that car that you think that a motherfucker came and blew up. That's what I think is gonna happen. They wanted the people that wanted a little bit of justice, and the people that came on the stand, defamation of character, and all of that goofy ass
What's
shit.
y'all take on Kanye popping up at the trial?
With the what?
At the trial, Kanye.
Kanye,
He popped up at the track.
Yeah, he's on one.
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
And I think what you call it, baby mama, that too.
I don't know. I know Kanye popped up.
I think 50. I seen Wendy Williams there.
Kanye next though.
Kanye probably popped up like one of the Incredibles or some shit.
Kanye next though. Let me tell y'all something. Kanye is next.
He seen all the shit.
But can I ask y'all?
Why
would you a grown man though, and you knew what was
That's
going on?
Find Jesus.
Why was Kid Cudi there? Why he was there?
Subpoena.
But did he want to be there? No. You're a grown man. You don't want to be on that stand testifying. This is another person.
That's powerful. That powerful.
And I was like, what
He's
you
probably
do?
just guilty too.
I want to know what he did. It kind of made me think like, what did you do? I think you did something too.
All of them guilty. I ain't get.
You feel? Because Shorty was back and forth in between both of them, so it wasn't like she was just done with him. It was
He can't
done with
really.
him.
When he did Ryan Leslie, he fucked his career up. He shut that shit down.
Ryan Leslie, my boy too. I like Ryan Leslie.
Hey,
He put a lot of people on.
down.
He put a lot of people on
He
ice.
put a lot of people on though. Like on a real.
He fucked a lot of people too.
He put
Far money. Everybody every day.
they ball and JG they was their own thing though. So it wasn't like he fucked them.